Hi everyone, welcome to the benchmarking weekly sync in workgroup serving. Please add yourself to the attendees list, and if you have any topics, please add to the notes. We can get started. As we say, since we don't have any topics at the top, we can start with the open PRs in the repo. Let me share this one. In the multi-stage performance run is from Sachin. Don't see Sachin in the meeting. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more into what we're trying to solve with this one. Let's take a look at the Prometheus client for model server metrics.
Yeah. So I'm currently uh, testing it on my local and will run the make commands to ensure that CI doesn't fail.
Sounds good. Thanks, Aishwarya. Thanks for sending out the PR as well, and also for the folks who reviewed. Yeah. Once I think, yeah, we have resolved the any open comments and it's tested, I think we should be good to go with this one. They should provide a lot more metrics than what we are getting just from the benchmarking script, which is good.
Right. So I had one question. So can we assume that every model server we have has Prometheus metrics exported?
Yeah, I think yeah that's okay to assume for now
Hmm.
because Prometheus is very widely used in Kubernetes, right? And
Right.
yeah, I know most of the model servers expose some metrics via Prometheus today, like TGI and uh, TensorRT LLM as well. So yeah, we can assume that for now, if someone specifically asks for like open telemetry support or um, anything like that later, I think we can at that point have like a separate client to pull metrics from there. But for now, I think this makes sense.
Yeah. I think even in that case, they won't stop exporting Prometheus metrics. Like, they can have OTLP, but they still have to support Prometheus. So I feel
Agree.
that it's a
Yeah,
decent yeah assumption.
agree. Yeah. Cool. Let's any other questions on this PR? If not, you can go to the next one. So the FMPerf library, I reviewed this one and left some comments. I think Shen was at KubeCon last week. So once some of this are addressed, I think we can try to get this merged. Meanwhile, if others have any um, suggestions on how to model this or where to have this in our repo, please feel free to take a look and add any comments here. Release workflow and change log. Yeah, I think that was one open. Yes.
Hi, I just joined. Are you sharing your screen? Not following.
Yeah, are you able to
I can see now. Yep.
see this one? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Sachin.
No, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the open PRs, and yeah, this one I think this change is okay. There is just one open comment. Once Chen resolves it, we'll get this merged. And we briefly looked at the multi-stage performance run. Yeah, so we were wondering what are we specifically trying to achieve with this one? If you want to talk about it, Sachin.
Yeah. So let me find some of the other use cases. So this is also from the GenAI, the Gateway API extension, and how they are doing benchmarking. So let me find that package. Yeah, I think one of the requirements was to not run on a specific QPS, but a range of QPS, and gather results for that. So the main motivation behind this PR was, instead of a single stage run, we have a multi-stage run, and each run you can specify a different time window and different QPS.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think this should help with some of the things we have been doing as well by sending different QPS. Yeah, and I think the gateway case was around sending to different models or LoRa adapters.
Yeah, let me share this paper. Share it on Zoom chat.
Cool.
Yeah, the benchmark one specifically. And if you look at the benchmark notebook, or yeah. So you can see they're basically doing it for different QPS, and we can plot some sort of QPS versus latency chart.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, this would definitely be helpful to add. Yeah, I think we had a few more feature requests as well. We'll start creating some issues for those to see how we can extend it. I also wanted to check if anyone is taking up the additional metrics that we want to add. I think we are waiting on the tokenizer, I believe.
Yeah, I think that can be independently done. That should be straightforward.
Yeah, so looks like this client-side tokenizer is merged. Should help us get some more metrics.
Yeah.
If we don't have the separate issue for that, I think we can create one to make sure we add more metrics. Cool. Yeah, I think that is mainly the open PRs. Anyone has any other topics you want to cover?
Did anyone go to KubeCon? Was it any learnings from there for this project?
Hi everyone. I had a question if we don't have anything else that I would like to bring up.
Yes, go ahead.
So I saw this, I went through the benchmarking tool, GitHub repo as well. I've been asked we are getting a lot of questions on the power usage for these models, for inferencing specifically, and they are looking for MFU, which is model flops utilization and hardware flops utilization. Are there any PRs that are open right now, which are like working on these aspects, or this is does not belong to this SIG?
Yeah, so for inference, I think we want to cover both model server metrics as well as like the accelerator utilization ones. Obviously, MFU is a little harder to instrument, right? Because we need to basically see what is the maximum flops usage you would get at peak saturation compared to what you're currently utilizing at. But I think we should be able to add as we add both the accelerated utilization metrics as well as we improve more model server metric collection. We can create a separate if you can create a separate issue here, I think we can look into that more.
Okay, sure. I can go ahead and create that.
Yeah, main thing I wanted to share is like I think our design currently calls out the existing metrics that we are planning to cover. It's these ones, right? The throughput latency and the token level metrics plus the accelerator level ones, including power usage and memory bandwidth usage. Then we have some model server metrics ones. So these we currently have some. We are adding more for the model server. Let me share the tab. Sorry.
Yeah, if we can put that link in the chat, I can take a look and then put something up.
Let me share it here. Yeah, so we have these ones that we are currently adding. There's still some more to go. There's an open PR to add this. We still need to add accelerator utilization and more metrics that we might cover.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I also wanted to briefly ask you about your current use case. Also, where do you work today, and what are you specifically looking for with respect to MFU?
Yeah, so I work for Red Hat, and mostly my customers basically are looking when they're trying to deploy the models, they want to compare the cost of their inferencing. And that's where the request being raised, like, is there a way to look at the metrics and calculate the MFU, HFU for inferencing? I know MFU, HFU is mostly used for training, but they want to do it for inferencing as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Are you looking at other cost metrics like throughput per dollar or price to serve like 1 million input or output tokens?
Yes, they are like exploring everything that can provide them these metrics, but they also reached out to us.
Makes sense. I think those ones are a little bit easier to get, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, I think we can open an issue for this, and as we add more metrics, we can cover this one too. Sounds good. Then Sachin had a topic about KubeCon. I know Chen went to KubeCon. I don't know if others on the meeting did. Yeah, maybe next week we can talk about those.
Yeah, I didn't go, so I was just curious if there are any talks, any conversations that were interesting. So yeah, I was curious.
Yeah, I gave a slide to present in the workgroup serving talk. I saw that Jan presented that. I think Chen added a slide on inference perf too. It would be good to know questions and other things that came up there. Cool. I'll see next time if we can, if I can invite both Chen and Jan to attend to briefly talk about KubeCon. Sounds good. Any other items from anyone? Okay, if not, we'll end early today. Thanks everyone. Next week.
Thanks.
Thank you.